here. Thank you very much to be here and to be a member of this team. My presentation is maybe quite long because I have 27 slides, so I try to do as quickly as possible. And I focus in my contribution mainly on the issue of state symbols of the Czech Republic, because as Professor Todd said, our system of state symbols is very complex and maybe also complicated. So I would like to focus mainly on this issue. In the Czech Republic, the state symbols also, as in the other states, play a great role because they serve for the representation of the Czech Republic. They contain the most important values of our society. They are connected with our traditions, with our history, and so on. So they fulfill several functions. As you can see, it's a representative function, integration, and also identification function. The legal grounding can be found in the Czech constitution. It's only the one article. It's Article 14, and it's a relatively brief regulation. But then there are also some acts, statutory law, that gives more detailed regulation. Only a short historical excursion. We can say that the official state symbolism in the Czech Republic is closely connected with the historical development of Czech lands and Czech, we can say Czech lands, Czechoslovak lands, and the state symbols was very important during the whole historical period of our states. But until the beginning of the 20th century and until the establishment of the Czechoslovak Republic in 1918, it was mainly about the symbolism of king, of Czech king. The new era began with the establishment of the Czechoslovak state. It was in 1918, and since this date, always the state symbols of Czechoslovak Republic and then of only Czech Republic was regulated by the constitution. These were the constitution of 1920, 1948, and 1960. I think we can skip these details. The most important is the Article 14 of the Czech Constitution. So there is the Article 14, and we can find there an exhaustive list of Czech state symbols. And this is the large and small state coat of arms, state colors, also the state flag, then also flag of the president of the Czech Republic, and finally the state seal and also the state anthem. And the order of these state symbols reflects their importance for our state and for our society. Furthermore, the Czech constitution merely states that the state symbols and their use will be regulated by law. And these two, the most important laws, are the Act on the State Symbols of the Czech Republic, and the second is the Act on the Use of the State Symbols of Czech Republic. So only a couple of words about our state symbols. We have, as was said, two types of state coat of arms. It's a large and small state coat of arms. The oldest state coat of arms was a black flaming eagle, but until the 13th century, it's a silver two-tailed lion in a jump. So it's very interesting because lions never lived in our country, so it's interesting that our state or national animal is, for the Czech Republic, is a lion. Also, the other important parts of Czech Republic, I mean Moravia and Silesia, has their own historical symbols. The symbol was the same during the history. The only change came, it's a typical symbol of the Czech Republic, silver lion. It had two tails and it had a crown on his head. The only change was during the era of communism in the Czechoslovak Republic, because the crown was replaced by the star. It was a symbol of communism ideology and so on. But after the Velvet Revolution and after the return to the democracy, it was replaced, and nowadays our lion has his crown. Then there was also a short time when we were together with after the revolution and after the return of democracy, when we were together with the Slovak Republic. So here you can see Czech symbols and Slovak symbols. Yes, there is only a description, and here you can say how is the appearance of our state coat of arms. It's a so-called small coat of arms, and this one is the large. The two lions, it's a symbol of Bohemia. It's the biggest part of the Czech Republic. The red and silver eagle, it's a symbol of Moravia, and the black eagle, it's a symbol of Silesia. So Bohemia, Moravia, and Silesia are the most important parts of the Czech Republic. The other state symbol, which you can find in the Czech constitution, are state colors. It's interesting that since the 13th century, it was only the red and the white color, but then some problems have to be appeared because the same state colors have other states, especially some our neighbors, especially Poland and Austria. So the Czechoslovak Republic solved this situation by adding a third color to these two colors. So nowadays we have white, red, and blue. It's called, we can call this Slavic tricolor, these three colors. Then we have also two state symbols in a form of flag. It's a state flag, and the other is a flag of the president of the Czech Republic. I skip the description and I go to the graphic presentation. It's the flag of the Czech Republic. You can find here the same colors. I don't know if it's okay, but it should be white, red, and blue, and it's the flag of the President Republic. There is a very historical motto of Czech lands. In English, it means the true wins. So it's the logo, and in the middle of the flag there is a large state coat of arms. The last two state symbols, it's the state seal and the state anthem. So it's a state seal that is name of the Czech Republic. So the Czech Republic in Czech language, and there is a notation and the words of the song "Where is my homeland" or something like this in English. So now the most important part of my paper is the use and the protection of the Czech state symbols. We can distinguish four levels of protection, of legal protection. It's a constitutional protection, administrative protection, criminal law protection, and protection under the private law. So I would like to start with the constitutional protection of Czech state symbols. As I said, the constitutional regulation of state symbols is very brief. It's only an exhaustive list of these symbols. But what are disadvantages of this short regulation? The Czech constitution does not define the specific form, the description of these symbols. It's one disadvantage. The other is that the Czech constitution does not provide or explain the meaning of Czech state symbolism. But on the other hand, we can find here also some protective elements to the Czech state symbolism. Very important is the fact that the form of regulation is a constitutional law. So this fact increases the strength of ensuring the state symbols in the Czech legal system, because any change is very hard and difficult procedure in the Czech Republic. If you want to change a constitution, it's very long and difficult and hard procedure for the parliament and president. So we can say that the fact that we have the list of symbols in the Czech constitution emphasizes their importance and increases the stability and immutability of their regulation. Because we don't have any words about appearance, about the rules for using the state symbols in the constitution, it's very necessary to go down in the legal system to the statutory acts, and we have here two most important acts. It's Act on the State Symbols and Act on the Use of the State Symbols of the Czech Republic. The first act, it's the Act on the State Symbols. Here you can find a description of each of these state symbol, and there is also an appendix of this law where you can find a graphical form, as you can see in the former slides. So it's the first act, and very important for the protection of Czech state symbols is the second act. It's the Act on the Use of the State Symbols of the Czech Republic, because here you can find legal rules how to use the symbols, the state symbols, and there is also administrative liability for the situation or in the event when you break these rules. So we can make one conclusion that constitutional and administrative level of protection of state symbols is very close to each other. So now I would like to continue with the administrative level of protection of Czech state symbols. As I said, the most important is the Act on the Use of Czech state symbols. There is or the basic and very general requirement for using is that these all symbols have to be used with dignity or a dignity way, and there is also the requirement of suitability. Then there is also a list of so-called entitled persons or offices. These are subjects who can use these state symbols. This list is exhaustive. For example, you can find there some public authorities as a parliament, government, president, courts, for example, Czech National Bank, and so on. Other very important entitled subjects are territorial self-government units. It means in the Czech Republic, municipalities and regions. It's the higher form of these units. Then also, for example, armed forces, but also schools, culture and scientific institution, and so on. This act also set down very strict rules how and which situation can be used, these state symbols. And there are rules for each of this state symbol. For example, in very detailed are here done rules for using small and large state coat of arms. The act specified exactly on which buildings, on which documents or uniforms, banknotes and so on can be the state coat of arms used, in which situation, if it is obligation or only possibility and so on. What is interesting, for example, that for the using of Czech state colors, there are no rules, and to the state anthem, there is only statement that it should be used or played and sung on public holidays and other occasions when it's usual. So there are differences between the state symbols and the rules how to use them. Oh, I skip it. If you break this rule, there is the person is liable for administrative offense. There are some groups of these administrative offenses, but to sum up, we can say that both natural and legal person can commit these offenses. And maybe the interesting thing is that the typical penalty is a fine. It can be up to 10,000 Czech crowns, or in some cases up to 30,000 Czech crowns. The third level of protection of Czech state symbols is protection under the criminal law. It means under the Czech criminal code. As I think it was also said, the protection under the criminal law is very complementary and is not very extensive. The Czech criminal code provided only one special crime offense for the situation of Czech state symbols, and it's the offense of illegal production and possession of state seal and official stamp. It's the only crime which is connected to the Czech state symbols. Then you can find also two very specific criminal offenses, but they are connected only with the situation if in the state is war, then there is a protection of some state symbols and so on. We don't have many cases connected with violation of rules for using the Czech state symbols, but the best known case was the case of so-called hanging red shorts at the Prague Castle. The Prague Castle is a seat of the Czech president. It's a historical building in the capital city in Prague, and it's the factual seat of the Czech president. And it was in the time of the president Miloš Zeman, and in 2015, several members of art group exchanged the presidential flag at the Prague Castle for a very big, huge red shorts. And it should be some kind of protest against the Czech president, against his politician opinions and so on. The police of the Czech Republic and the public prosecutor accused these members, but the court of the first instance say that it's not a crime and that it's only a realization of freedom of speech, of opinion and so on. But then it goes to the court of second instance, and this court overturned the verdict, and finally these members of the group were sentenced to suspended sentences, and also they had to pay some damage which they caused because there were the stolen flag, and on the roof there was also some damage. So it was, I think, the only one interesting case connected with the crime and with the Czech state symbols. And the last one is the protection of the Czech state symbols according to the private law. So it's about the Copyright Act and how to protect the Czech state symbols from this point of view. Because if we look at the nature, at the form of Czech state symbols, they can potentially fulfill the characteristic of so-called copyright work in the sense of a Copyright Act, but we have to go to the section 3, and there are some exclusion for this act. And if you read the section 3, there is a statement that the protection under copyright does not apply to so-called official works. The Czech legislator calculates what these official works are, and in the list there are also the state symbols. It means that in the situation of official works, there is a public interest that these works should be free for everyone in the society. How or what are the legal consequences of this exclusion? It means that if you use these works, it means the state symbols, you don't need the permission of the author of the state symbol, and you also don't pay a reward to the author for using his or her work. Yeah. To sum up the problem of the issue of private law protection, I would like to say only in the end that there are also some situations where the exclusion is not applied in practice. For example, if there is some sculpture, for example, of Czech state coat of arms, or if some singer or musician interpret in some interesting way Czech anthem, then there is not exclusion, and then the Copyright Act give the protection to this author, for example, of the sculpture or to the singer and so on. So to sum up the issue, I can say that it's a very interesting issue in the Czech Republic, but not many researchers take care or devote to this problem. And I think that also in the Czech society, the using of Czech state symbols is quite without any problems, and we can find only a minimum of cases which were solved in courts or before the administrative public authorities. But it's very interesting, but I think that there are no problems, and the level of protection, I think, is in the Czech Republic quite good. So thank you for the attention.